Some of you are going to stay, so you can. The 1953 Monroe High School basketball team, another trip to the state tournament, a couple more nights in the motel, another big trophy at Monroe High School in 1953. This team went an amazing 23-1. The 1953 team represented tonight by Stan Hammerquist, Bob Boyden, Lowell Anderson, Ray Center, John Hunt, Richard King from both teams, Julie Johnson, daughter of Ron Earlywine from both teams, Merle Nick Nicholson was on both teams, and the wife of assistant coach Cliff Gillies, Sally Gillies, is here. Again, unable to be with us, who represented this evening, head coach John Stahl, team manager Paul Andrews, team members John Kirby and Howard Harriman. Each representative receiving a framed certificate with a player's name and an engraving in recognition of achievement as a member of the 1953 Monroe High School Washington Class State Championship Class B basketball team. Speaking on behalf of the 53 Monroe High School basketball team, Richard King, who played on the 52 and 53 teams, who did you lose to?
That's a good question. I can't remember who did. Well, these are tough acts to follow. I'm a little nervous up here, but I think I can get through this. I talked to Tom Sophie before this went on, and I said, Tom, what are you going to say tonight? And he said, well, I haven't figured it out yet. And so I thought, well, I don't want to be repetitious, so maybe we could get together. Well, they never did give me the facts, so some of the things you're going to hear now you've already heard from Tom, but I think they're so good that they need to be said twice. So here we go. After winning the state tournament and returning, I'm here to say a few words on behalf of my teammates, the 1952 and the 1953 Monroe High School Class B state basketball champions. I am privileged to be a member of both teams. When I say the word team, what would you think of? I think of a group of people all working toward the same end, to win, to be the best at whatever they are doing, to be champions. I feel it was harder to win the second time around because we were the reigning champions. Every team would have really loved to knock our crown off. So what qualities would a team need to win the title a second time? To be unselfish, to be determined, to be tenacious, to be loyal. I find these qualities and more in this team. I might add being good ball players counts for a lot too. To attain a record of 25-1 in 1953 was no small feat. And I say 25-1 to correct the previous statement 23-1 because they forgot the two games that we played down in Valley and Chehalis and whipped both those teams too. So I hope they stand corrected on that. Another integral part of a championship team is the coaching staff. Our head coach was John Stahl, a gentle but determined man, and I mean determined. Assistant coach Cliff Gillies, who was like one of the team. After all, he was only a few years older than we were. The high school band, cheerleaders, song leaders, student body, and last but not least, the townspeople of Monroe were always filling the gym to standing room only. After winning the state tournament and returning home, we were met at the edge of town by the whole school and most of the townspeople. We were feted to a parade and multiple banquets and awards. The positive effects on being on these two state championship teams has followed me my entire life. I don't think a year's gone by when somebody hasn't come up to me and asked me about the games and the championship and that, which has been really nice. I couldn't be more pleased to be here representing these teams, and I couldn't be more proud to call each member my friend and teammate. Before closing, I would like to say a few words about the 1952 team, of which I was fortunate to be a member. We were totally unknown. This little school with about 150 to 200 students. We weren't even noted on the Class A AP polls. I'm not sure, but I don't think we thought it was possible to be state champs because many of us had not played together before. Soon after winning a good number of games, our thoughts turned to the idea of winning district and at least getting a shot at state. After losing the game at district by 2 points, we were still eligible to go to state as a second place team. We cleaned house and the record books tell the rest of the story. So thank you all for attending, and thanks to all those responsible for our two teams to be here tonight at the inauguration of the Snohomish County Hall of Fame. Thank you.
And again, accepting the plaque of Monroe High School Director of Athletics for Monroe High School, Brett Willie, who's going to accept it.
It's my honor to present this to you for the Monroe High School Hall of Fame. And it's a very honor to be here, and I hope that the school will take good care of this. Thank you.
We're going to do one more picture. If Sally, come on in closer so you can get the picture. Another round of applause for the 53 team from Monroe High School. A lot of hard work going back to Monroe High School.